Hello, it's Tomster here on behalf of Indestructible Productions once again. Here we are with the Envy build, and this time we are trying to route the binding channel. Little bit of new technology for me, so I had to learn how to adjust and make jigs and everything else to actually get this job done. Of course, there are multiple ways of doing this. The main problem in case of this build was the fact that because the entire top was so contoured and made ergonomic in every single shape, it was a difficult shape to route with a handheld router. But overall, with some adjustments, I managed to get the final product. Now to the very interesting part, which is the actual binding. Now there's the same sort of walnut binding that I used in the neck side inlays. And basically what I do is I warm water and put the binding material in the water to soak, so that way it's a lot more flexible when trying to apply it to a curved surface. Basically the thing that really makes this easier is after applying the glue, just normal wooden glue once again that binds the two woods together, I use masking tape, and the masking tape itself is pretty much better than using 50,000 clamps to do the same sort of deal. Of course I use 4 or 5 different clamps to actually get the bigger contours, or the smaller little contours binded. Working out the headstock shape there, trying to go for a classic IP look, being not really too careful doing this. You should be very careful when cutting things like this. I almost chopped my finger off right there. After that's figured out, I used all manner of sanders and small saws to actually get the final shape. Now, with the headstock, I couldn't really put this down to a router either because of all the angles and everything else. It just would have been too hard. So instead I used my Dremel tool to cut the channel for the binding. Now same sort of deal here, except for the actual headstock, I don't soak the binding material. I cut smaller pieces out of it because I don't need to actually bend it all around every single angle and contour. It's just gonna be way too difficult to do so. So I cut small pieces out and glue those together and into the headstock. Once again using masking tape. After that's done, I use a small hand plane to plane it down, and sanding paper to sand down the binding material so that it's actually level with the rest of the headstock.